What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. I'm Michigan Sports Talk here. In this one, we got a post-game report on Michigan's 31-6 win over Bowling Green. That's going to be going over the key takeaways to this sloppy win for Michigan. We're also going to be going over JJ McCarthy's 3 interceptions, plus Michigan's defense shines again as they get 3 takeaways and didn't allow Bowling Green to enter the end zone. It's all going to be in this video and more, so let's go ahead and get right into it. Alright, so Michigan gets the job done as they beat Bowling Green 31-6 to improve to 3-0 on the season. And at the end of the day, that's all that matters. However, it was a very sloppy win for the Wolverines. There's a lot of things they gotta clean up, a lot of fixable mistakes, but the good news is that Jim Harbaugh will be back next week as Michigan starts Big Ten play with their conference opener against Rutgers. So looking at the team stats though, Michigan had a total of 312 yards, definitely not the amount of total yards they had against East Carolina, as they had over 400, and against UNLV they almost had 500. However, they actually did have more rushing yards than passing yards today. They had 169 rushing yards and 143 passing yards. And the offense, they just had a sloppy game today. They had 3 turnovers on offense and 1 turnover by the kickoff special teams. And the 3 turnovers by the offense all came from JJ McCarthy as he threw 3 interceptions today. He went 8 for 13, 143 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions. He was definitely frustrated with the mistakes he made. I'm sure, he will figure it out, watch the film, and get better, but he just has to flush it. The first interception he threw was targeted for AJ Barner, and it looked like there was just some confusion there. McCarthy thought Barner was going to keep going. However, he stopped and the ball got picked off. And the second interception, he was targeting Cornelius Johnson downfield. Didn't know really what he saw there as Johnson was covered very good. I think he was just trying to take a shot, and that ball got picked off. And then his last interception, he was just trying to throw the ball away, but he didn't really throw it away. He threw it towards Colston Loveland trying to make a play. Probably just should have thrown it out of bounds. So some ill-advised throws from JJ McCarthy. It was nice to see the players coming up to him though, comforting him, Blake Corum especially, patting him on the shoulders and just letting him know that they got his back. And obviously, he is going to fix those mistakes, and they're very fixable, especially with the play on his last interception. He should have just thrown the ball away and not try and make a play. But as far as rushing goes, Blake Corum had a phenomenal game. 12 carries, 101 yards, and 2 touchdowns. He now has a total of 6 touchdowns on the season, and he gets his first 100-yard rushing game of the season. Donovan Edwards had 9 carries for 50 yards today. We also got to see the freshman Cole Cabana come in the game as he had 2 carries for 6 yards. And we did finally get to see Alex Orji. He had 2 carries for 11 yards. And as far as receiving goes, Michigan had 3 receivers catch passes: Cornelius Johnson, Roman Wilson, and Colston Loveland. A total of 8 completed passes, and Cornelius Johnson had 3 receptions, 71 yards, and a touchdown on a phenomenal tip ball concentration. Bounced off of the Bowling Green defender's helmet. It was a jump ball, and Cornelius Johnson, that was SportsCenter top 10 play right there. Glad to see him getting his first touchdown finally of the season. And of course, it wouldn't have been a Michigan win this season without a Roman Wilson touchdown. He had 2 receptions, 42 yards, and a touchdown, and Colston Loveland had 3 receptions for 30 yards. And then before we get to the defense for Michigan, I did just want to say that I think Michigan needs to have Tyler Morris as their punt returner moving forward. Jake Thaw, he just isn't getting it done back there. Tyler Morris looked great on his 1 punt return, and he went 22 yards on it. Let me know what you guys think about that. But James Turner also hit a 42-yard field goal. That was nice to see. And as far as Bowling Green, their starting quarterback Connor Bazelak was out, so Bowling Green had to go to their backup QBs. So Bowling Green, they had a total of 203 yards, 131 passing yards, and 72 rushing yards. Michigan's defense shined again today. Rod Moore obviously didn't play. He is still dealing with an injury. We did get to see McCarthy Page in the game a little bit, but hopefully, Will Johnson, McCarthy Page, Rod Moore, hopefully they are soon to be fully healthy, especially with Big Ten play right around the corner now. But the defense has been playing very good recently for Michigan. Today, earlier in the game in the first half, they bent a little bit, but they didn't break. They forced them to 2 field goals today, didn't allow a touchdown, and they also forced 3 turnovers, 2 interceptions, one by Chris Jenkins, and then the other one by Quentin Johnson. Cool to see him get an interception. And then Michael Barrett, he recovered the fumble. Michigan's defense also had 3 sacks today, one from Cam Good, one from Mike Samerstill on a phenomenal blitz as he just juked out the Bowling Green running back, and the Bowling Green quarterback, within a second, Samerstill was in his face, tackling him already. And then Jalen Harrell also had a sack today. Michigan also had a total of 10 tackle for losses, as Junior Colson, he had 7 total tackles, 5 solo tackles. Michael Barrett with 5 total tackles, 3 solo tackles. Rashawn Benny getting in there with a tackle for loss and 4 total tackles. And Josiah Stewart also had a good game, 4 total tackles and a tackle for loss. It's also nice to see Cam Good get his first sack as a Wolverine. He obviously transferred from UCF, and he's just been grinding, so awesome to see him get his first sack in a Wolverines uniform. But yeah, Michigan, their defensive line, they just continue to impress. They got so much talent, so many talented guys they can play. But let me know in the comment section down below how you guys thought Michigan's defense played and how you thought the team played today. It was obviously, sloppy. They got to fix some things, but I'm sure they will clean some things up, as they will be facing a very good 3-0 Rutgers team. It'd also be nice to have Jim Harbaugh back on the sidelines, though. Also, almost forgot to mention Sharon Moore getting his first win as a Michigan head coach. Very cool there. But after the game, post-game, McCarthy, he was obviously sat down in his post-game press conference, and he took full responsibility on his 3 interceptions. He said, "I'm going to take all of those on the chin." And he said he's not happy about it, but he wants to watch the film before assessing what happened. He definitely did not look happy throwing those interceptions, and you could just tell that he does not take his mistakes lightly. I mean, this kid wants to be as perfect as can be no matter what. But Michigan, they beat Bowling Green 31-6 to improve to 3-0 on the season. Definitely got to clean some things up, and let's just say it is nice for us fans to be able to sit here and say that Michigan had a bad game, even though they won by 25 points against an opponent. But they definitely got some things to clean up before their conference opener against Rutgers. They are a very solid team, and it'll be nice to have Jim Harbaugh back on the sidelines. But other than that, hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, make sure you guys go ahead, drop a like, comment down below, and subscribe for more if you are new around here. I greatly appreciate it. But other than that, we will see you guys in the next video. Go Blue.